Good morning, fellow televiewers. For those who are watching me across the ACN television, the Ambazonian Communication Television across the globe, in Sierra Leone, in Nairobi, across Africa, we want to welcome you. And for those who are watching us in Nigeria, in Biafra, in Cameroon, in Ambazonia, in Sub-Saharan Africa, in West Africa, in Southern Africa, and in East Africa, we want to say Sawabona. Una welcome. We want to greet all of you across Africa for watching this TV channel and for allowing us into your room and into your mobile devices to bring you updates from the Ambazonian Liberation Movement. Una welcome. My name is Capo Daniel. I'm the spokesperson of the Ambazonian Governing Council and the spokesperson for our Liberation War. I want to welcome all una for this platform, as today we'll get a very brief presentation. A wonderful actions where Ambazonian forces they ran carry out. For the past 1 month, Cameroon occupation forces in Ambazonia have suffered great losses. They have suffered close to 100 deaths on the battlefield in the hands of Ambazonians, self-determination fighters, liberation fighters across our national territory. And we have a very, very big victory that has come up from within Ambazonian, from out of Ambazonian territory in La République du Cameroon territory. Ambazonian forces, the marine forces of Bambalang, under their viable leader, General Nopiti, have carried out a successful incursion into Cameroon territory and brought back a lot of bounty, and we are very happy. It has lifted up the spirit of Ambazonian, and we want to congratulate him and to encourage this spirit. As you know very well, our country people them would then be very, very critical every time our forces then cross the line. Me, Capo Daniel, your own vanguard will be then stand up for call out Nopiti when they be born a market for inside Bui, for inside the Oko, we will call it out and we'll be very happy. And this one is a mark for true soldier. Any soldier where he carry out excesses or he do a mistake and he be corrected, he stop those practices we need for no say that one is a sign of genuineness. And will get an obligation for always question things them, be rational and hold all forces them into a very high standard. As we know very well, Nopiti, he be a former ADF soldier, will be the fight from Ngoketunja under General Carrot, our overall commander from Ngoketunja. He be then things break out to form the marine forces of Bambalang, a very powerful force in Ambazonia, and we continue for congratulate and for support it. When he be done carry out action the way it be look very real for us, we be done raise those reasonable questions, and I think say the best answer now somebody a track record and when the person be consistent. Would answer say Nopiti, he done carry out a very big attack for inside La Republic. It be verifiable. This one a big victory for Ambazonia, and we want for congratulate and for continue for encouraging. The fact will be criticized when it be born market, it will be a right thing. And the fact say, since that time, he never carry out any excesses against our civilian population. But as a matter of fact, when there will be excesses for the forces, the way they be loyal to Sako, where Saigon, General Saigon, they burn some civilian them alive. General Nopiti, he be step in, he be arrest that situation, he be punish those soldiers them, and we want to congratulate you for that action. He then shows say he been a true liberation fighters, and according to whatever we are seeing on the ground, he is pushing our struggle forward. And we want to congratulate you and to say, bravo, bravo, keep up the good spirit. In a while, we will show those images. We will also call on the forces of Saigon and the forces, the remnants of Isobui forces them, where Sako Ikome a group and Chris Anu a group that ran talk me the attack this young man, General Nopiti, for refuse for carry out those actions and for make peace with their brothers. Yes, we can have differences as a group, as a faction, as a forces, but we must recognize when people do the right thing and to reconcile with them. Nopiti is doing the right thing. He's elevating our struggle. We must recognize that. We must follow the facts. And we call on Saigon to not follow the action, the words of the brother of Mr. Christopher Anu, who have called for the killing of Nopiti, to stop all those nonsense and to work hand in hand. All of us must collaborate. If we want to see a free homeland, we must all work together. We must all accept criticism. And we must all correct ourselves each time we are criticized to prove that we are real, we are for Ambazonia. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll take you right to inside La République du Cameroon for those who are watching me out of Ambazonia. In case you do not know, Ambazonia lie around the west coast and center of Africa, around the Ambas Bay area. That is where Ambazonia is situated. Ambazonia share a border with Cameroon and Biafra on the other side. This particular incident, this incursion into Cameroon territory by Ambazonian forces, is in the spirit of the Dublin Declaration. The Ambazonian Governing Council have established that this war being waged by Cameroon forces on Ambazonia is a genocidal war. We face an existential threat, and thus we support our forces to carry out actions targeting Cameroon military hardware, Cameroon military personnel within Cameroon territory as a preemptive action to stop them from coming into our territory to carry out genocide. So yesterday, the forces of the Marine Force of Bambalang have carried out an attack inside Cameroon territory. It's a brazen attack, and it's a wonderful attack that have saw 9 Cameroon military men neutralized in the battlefield. This one are the videos where they come from the attack. We want to share them with you now. Make we see.
Say no be life. And now my chain, I mean no be the talk. Now they want talk. I say no be life. I don't put her down. I say no be life.
So these images are coming right from La République du Cameroun, West La République du Cameroun. So these are Ambazonian forces right in the territory of La République du Cameroun, knocking their chairs, holding their guns to challenge the Republic of Cameroon, to challenge their military, to make sure that the Cameroon government pays a price for their occupation and their military operation within Ambazonian sovereignty. Cameroon thought it was untouchable. This is Cameroon territory. These are Ambazonian forces right in Cameroon territory.
So
Capture a Cameroon military post, burn down Cameroon military vehicles within Cameroon territory.
I said no be life.
Congratulations, General Nopiti. Congratulations, the Marine Force of Bambalang. This is what we call Ambazonian resilience. So the forces have replied, they have returned back to their base in Ambazonia, and you can see them celebrating.
We will continue to do now what God Almighty tell we say more to do.
So from the word of General Nopiti, it can show you the heart of Ambazonian fighters. These are individuals who fear God, who love life, who have respect, unlike the propaganda that the Cameroon government is trying to show to caricature our fighters. Our fighters are indeed respectful people, as General Nopiti have displayed, by thanking God to show the world that our forces are fighting a God-given fight. They are fighting on the right side of history. They are fighting for their own people. They are fighting to liberate their homeland from an existential threat from the Cameroon government and the Cameroon military that are prosecuting this war against our people. We are fighting in our land. We are fighting for our sovereignty. Just like the people of Russia, Ambazonia have reason to fight to fall no more. So in Cameroon, courtesy of Henry Ngu, who have reported this incident with Cameroon government officials visiting the scene. Here's the report.
According to the population of Njitapong in the Kwoptamo subdivision, it was about 11 p.m. Tuesday that suspected separatist fighters stormed the locality from the Ngoketunja division, northwest, informed.
So this is live from Cameroon. Journalist, a credible journalist, Henry Ngu, report say Ambazonian fighter then come up from Ngoketunja. They enter for inside La Republic. Then carry out this big action against the Cameroon military. Now the Cameroon, their military general, their duo and their officials and this for that very spot. So now listen.
Jepik, they came in from Bambalang through the waters using heavy weapons. There were many of them, and they were heavily loaded.
He called.
They were heavily loaded. So La Republic cannot win Ambazonia. This is a demonstration of strength, a demonstration that Cameroon is losing this war. Even in their own territory, our forces have come there and beat them up and take away their weapons, abandoning their den guns and their traditionally made guns. We will continue to reap weapons from Cameroon military and defeat them. No country can win a people fighting for their own freedom. Freedom is the most essential thing in life, in our existence. Cameroon should listen from advice from the United States, who have told them that they cannot defeat Ambazonia. No people have lost a war for decolonization, and Ambazonia is going to win this war. So this is La Republique. Let them know that on this ground that stood their DO, their divisional officer, their military generals, Ambazonian fighters were there on that same spot less than 24 hours ago, and they beat them in their own territory, carrying away their weapons. Cameroon have lost, and they can't win this war.
On the population to collaborate with the forces of law and order so as to end the incursion of separatist fighters.
Of atrocities without the villagers collaborating with the forces to put an end.
So the Cameroon officials are confused. They don't have collaboration even from their own citizens, because their government is a puppet government that does not even represent their own people. These are people nobody should have dealings with. And the international community should know that they cannot rely on a rook government that is based on tribalism for any security in the Gulf of Guinea. Cameroon is bound to fail. Their own population do not even support them. It is not a legitimate regime, and there will never be a legitimate regime in such a country. We have no business with them. We want outright separation and independence from this country.
To it.
The commanders of the 5th Joint Military Region, Brigadier General Nka Valer, and the 5th Gendarmerie Region, Brigadier General Divine Ekongwese, were equally General Nka Valer.
Now General Nka Valer that and General Ekongwese, that is there on the ground. Less than 24 hours ago, General Nopiti and the Marine Forces of Bambalang, the Ambazonian forces, were there on this same spot, kicking the ass of the Cameroon military, to tell you, General Valerie Carl, that you cannot win us. For 5 years, you have tried and you have failed to win Ambazonia. On this very ground, General Valerie Carl, Ambazonian forces took out an entire unit of La République du Cameroun, their terrorist forces. That is a message that is the hand on the wall. Next time it will be you, General Valerie Carl. Tell Paul Biya, the message is clear. Ambazonian cannot be defeated. We will win La République. They must come to terms with the reality of our sovereignty and our right as a people to exist and to govern our territory and to be recognized as an independent state. There is no way La République du Cameroun can defeat Ambazonia. We shall prevail. Ambazonia shall be free and shall be independent. No matter how long it takes, we will never surrender. We will only get stronger. We will only get better. And La République du Cameroun will only bury their sons and daughters, keep on hiding it from their people until they can hide it no more. More and more of such fighting, such killings in their country will come subsequently. So fellow Ambazonians, I want to also take you in the great state of Savannah, still in the great state of Savannah, in Bamenda, the capital of our resistance, where our forces again have arrested and captured a Cameroon military officer. This military officer called me twice on video call. They misunderstand us, and sometimes they take us for fool. They don't know that we are far better than them and we are far smarter than them. So this young officer of Cameroon military, he called me and tried to draw me into a sting operation so that their operative on the ground will capture our forces. He showed me video in armored car, video call me in armored car, video call me in their station, and show me his colleagues and tell me he wants to sell weapons. And when our soldiers went there, we arranged everything to try to arrest the Cameroon military men. They make a rendezvous point. Our soldiers, they went there, we confused them. And in the course, we identified the people, the Cameroon military that were present there. This one, dressed like a bike man, was driving a bike, was around that vicinity. We tracked him down, and our forces arrested him yesterday. This is his video. This is the video of him. So let his family know that this one Ida Miss Road.
Abuja. You don't try to capo that that the first one the auto bike where the set up for you. Say that try to be the cab also. Any military man where the worker will bike for the town. Would I tell you say that so they will go? No.
So this is a Cameroon military guy who was part of their team to carry out a sting operation against us. It has gone into our hands. We have had a counter-intelligence and a counter-operation that has saw him being arrested by our forces. We want La Republic to know, to see his face and let his family see his face and know that this their son of the B have misroad. Ida misroad. La Republic, they talk that thing as well, it's in Kunkumi, they will fire. And also another La Republic to Cameroon military man who also was resisting. Let me put it in the word of Cameroon general, their spokesperson, who killed 9 of our civilians in Misong. And the reason he gave was that our population did not cooperate, so their military thought that they were a threat to them. So they opened fire and killed 2 families, including 18-year-old baby. Women and children, they execute them. So this their soldier who was captured in Bamenda by our forces. You can see behind him that is his uniform, the black uniform that they always wear in town. He was captured. He was tied on the back. He freed himself and was struggling to resist. He did not cooperate, and our soldiers, they felt that he was a threat to their life and they had to neutralize this threat. And after the threat was neutralized, they could not carry the whole thing because it was too big. So they carried the head and dumped it in Sonak Street in Bamenda. So I want them to see, let his father see, let his family see it, let his colleagues see it, because they always go back and lie to their family. So let them see it and know. Let me play it so that the colleagues who work with him will know that this one that misroad.
C'est ta copine.
Elle est venue ici à l'hôpital, tu vois un peu, non? Si vous connaissez Chéni, à Magénie, non? Vous pouvez l'appeler, il s'appelle Kaka. On a travaillé à Magénie ensemble.
So, that one, il a confirmé code. il a confirmé le code. And all Cameroon military personnel who run around our street thinking that they are safe, they are not. Eventually, the justice of Ambazonia will meet up with them. Our forces will meet up with them. Sooner or later, they will find themselves and their partial body in Sonak Street, like this one that you have seen. So if you're a Cameroon military man and you are watching me, pack your thing, drop your arms, and go back to your country. Leave our territory alone. Our forces will hunt you down for the crimes against our territory, the crimes of invasion, trespass, violation of our territorial administration, and killing our people with impunity. They will eventually catch up with you. You are warned. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll take una inside the Bamenda still. As una know very well, we don't get a very big fight. We don't launch a very big campaign. Sorry for me to take some time. Against Hezekam. So, fellow Ambazonian, as you can see very much, the Ambazonian Governing Council, we have banned Hezekam from operating within Ambazonia without paying their liberation tax. Hezekam was banned completely, and we have physically used our military force to enforce this ban. We have stopped them. They have tried to bring Cameroon military to protect them so that they can exploit our people and take projects and contracts that are meant for our people back to La Republique. Hezekam is a company that is directly linked to the ruling parties in La Republique du Cameroon presidential couple, the Paul Biya's family. They have taken over operations of councils across their country and they have extended it into Ambazonia. Hezekam, that is the defunct SITA, is in charge of carrying dates across Ambazonia. They will not allow us to even carry trash from our city centers. We have demanded Hezekam should pay their liberation tax and they have refused. We have banned them from operating in Bamenda and across Ambazonia. We have enforced that ban and we have been very successful. Even though Hezekam have used internal enemies and competitors in Ambazonia to generate propaganda against this move, but we have prevailed. So for the past month, Hezekam, the Bamenda Council, we have told them, give this contract to local Bamenda people, to use local vehicles, local resources, and local labor to do this job. We will not allow our people to be exploited again in this manner. Previously, they have tried, it didn't work. They have used military force, it did not work, we beat them. Now they have used local contractor. We have asked them to use Sansan Boy, we specify. So they used Sansan Boy, we allow it, and they still came back again, the whole meetings in Bafoussam, and tried to continue to use Hezekam's subcontractors. We have rejected it, and finally, they have awarded on a temporary basis the contract to a local Bamenda man, where he's using completely local laborers and local equipment, hiring trucks from our people to carry dirt in Bamenda, and this is the result. For the past 3 days, we have allowed them to operate. We will continue to monitor the situation, and so long as it is done by Ambazonian companies, Ambazonian laborers, under contract, not as subcontracts, but direct contract with the Bamenda City Council and other councils in our territory, we will allow them to operate in that manner, because this is a very essential service that is needed for our community in terms of their health and stuff like that. So bravo to the Bamenda Brigade for the wonderful job done, and we'll continue to monitor the situation. If it changes, we will stop it immediately. We will stop it immediately. We are the authority on the ground. Our forces will back the resolutions and the laws that are passed by the Ambazonian Governing Council, and we continue to do that in that spirit. And all opposition parties in Ambazonia, because the IGs have become an opposition party, they should do their opposition patriotically, engaging in meaningful debates that are patriotic in nature, and should not use Cameroon propaganda or unpatriotic criticism in the middle of a war. We'll continue to work with everybody, collaborate with everybody, so that together we can successfully and effectively prosecute this our liberation struggle to its expectant end. Thank you all, and God bless you. We'll continue to resist Cameroon and fight to liberate our homeland until independence is achieved by our territory. God bless you.